Hello everyone, welcome back to Corpse Factory. Now, my curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to check out this missing locked photo that we had, that we missed. And I loaded an earlier save, and went back, and played that scene. And I'll load it so you guys can see it too. But it turns out we did pick the wrong thing. There are wrong and right choices in this game. There's not two different paths, it's just you're either wrong or you're right, and we were wrong. Apparently the correct choice was to give her space instead of comforting our friend. So I fucked up. What can I say? Let's load that save first and we'll go through it. By the way, it doesn't change anything. I went through it. She still Aoi still doesn't show up to work. Nothing changes besides the fact that I got an achievement that said that what did it say? What did that achievement? I don't remember. I did this earlier today. I forged a bond with Aoi. 29% of players got it. 36% got it. So less people got Aoi than... apparently a lot of people thought that the correct choice was actually to go after her. I also got forged a bond with Tomeo. But, let's load this. Which is unfortunate, because I thought the correct choice was obviously to go after her, right? I mean, everything we've known about this character is that she's, has anxiety and stuff, and she can't stand up for herself, and that we love her very much. We have a crush on her and everything, and we've loved her since high school or whatever. And she's our best friend. So my instinct, if my best friend was being harassed at school or at work, and I offered them to get a new job and stuff, I would, you know, help them. But the correct option, the one we didn't choose, that gives us the correct scene, is to give her some space. Aoi's gone. I didn't lift a finger to try and help her, to try and stop her. Actually, I did lift a finger in our first playthrough, but whatever. I know her well. If I chase her, pursue her, she'll just resent me for it. I didn't know that. As the player, I didn't know that. I don't think it was established that she would resent me if I kept pushing her. In fact, she seemed to enjoy our overprotectiveness earlier. It took a long time for her to heal the wounds I inflicted last time I pursued her relentlessly. Oh, by the way, just, like, you know our theory about Aoi being the one that put us on the website? Even if you do this, and you, befriend her or whatever, form a bond with her, we still get the death threat, and it's still not Tomeo. So I don't know who actually put us on that website, but I'm starting to think it's not Aoi, just because now I know, even if she's not pissed off at us, we still, the next day, see our picture on the website. And all that stuff still happens the way it did. The best thing to do is to give her space. Let her sort out her own thoughts. She'll talk to me when she's well and ready. I just need to be patient with her. My phone rings, the sound slicing through the patter of rain. It's Aoi, of course it is.
Hey. Noriko.
The girl bursts into tears, her sobs reverberating through my ears. Here's the scene we missed.
I can't do it anymore. I know. All my life people have abused me, taken advantage of me. What did I do? What did I do wrong? You never did anything wrong, Aoi. I can't explain other people's behavior. And I can't truly understand what you've been through. Sorry. I know that's not what you want to hear. What do you do when it all gets too much, Noriko? Me? Well, I mean, you know me better than anyone. When it all gets too much...
I run, I hide away, I tuck myself in my apartment and swear I never leave the place, leave the safety of its walls.
Put it this way. I don't deal with things as well as I should. You need things get overwhelming, my mind feels frazzled. And everything just gets worse and worse. I get caught up in little rituals, little habits, and I can't break free. I can't tear my mind away from the repetition, from the endless doubting and second guessing.
So she obviously has some sort of mental illness too. It's probably why we're friends. Some sort of anxiety disorder.
I know. I can't keep going like this. Something has to change. As much as I want to help you, this is something only you can do, Aoi.
I don't see why we couldn't have had this scene when we chased after her. I don't understand.
Yeah. But if nothing else, I'll always be here for you. Whether you want to break down and cry on my shoulder, or use me as a punching bag, or just vent to me.
Again, I'm just a little bit upset because I don't understand why we couldn't have done this when we went after her. Like, I figured that would be the right choice.
I'll be here.
Why is that the choice? That just leave her be and now that's correct?
Noriko. Thank you. I think...
Because also keep in mind, this is the first choice we've ever been offered in this game. I've been playing this game for like, I think up to this point it was like 3, maybe 4 hours maybe? I don't know exactly, but a while. Like, I've been playing this game a while, and this is the first time ever that I was given an option to actually click something on the screen. Everything else has been reading, which I'm fine with. It's a story, you know, it's a visual novel. I know what I'm getting myself into, but it's just a little weird that the first choice kind of feels like a trap, honestly.
I think you finally understand.
It's like, oh, you would go after your friend when they're upset and want to help them? That's the wrong choice. That's going to make her not be friends with you anymore. It's like, come on.
I'm trying, girl. I really am. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to quit my stupid job and join you at work on Monday.
She doesn't, by the way. Again. She doesn't. She says the exact same things that she said to us on the call afterwards. She says that she couldn't get out of bed. She tried. She tried to leave her apartment several times, but she couldn't. All the same stuff. Exact same dialogue.
I promise. I promise I am going to get through this. I know you are. I never doubted you. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Okay? I'll look forward to it.
Aoi ends the call. I'm not sure if I feel better after that discussion, and I can't honestly tell if Aoi feels better either. I sigh and look up the thick cloak of clouds above. The rain continues to fall. And that's it. Literally the same exact thing. Past this, like, I went for a few screens, and everything happens the same. We still encounter Tomeo and Shinya at the park. We still get the message about us dying, all that stuff, so I'm gonna go to the title. I was just curious why that was the right answer, and I don't think I got the answer I wanted. I'm still not sure why that was the right answer. I'm still not sure why I feel like I was tricked, honestly. Like, I've liked this game so far, but that feels a little bullshit to me. I honestly felt like I got tricked, and that's not a fun, you know, experience. But let's continue where we left off, which is right here. I also hope we don't get locked out of a good ending or something because we didn't get Aoi on our side. That would be really, really, really disappointing. Where, like, hours ago, you made the wrong choice, so now you can't get the good ending. I hope that's not true. I don't know. I know there's multiple endings to this game because I checked the achievements, and there's, like, get the good ending, get the bad ending, get the Easter egg ending or whatever. So there's multiple endings. It doesn't say obviously what they are. It doesn't spoil it. But I really hope that it locked us out of the good ending because we didn't get all of our acquaintances or friends on our side. That would be very, very upsetting, honestly. He should be here by now. I was pretty clear about meeting at 5:30. It's already 5:45 and he isn't even in sight. I thought for sure he wouldn't miss a chance to meet up with me again. I can't contain my nerves. I try to tell myself that I'm only angry because of trepidation. And I'm not actually angry at him. This is a big moment for me. I've never once revealed my identity to nobody. To anyone, excuse me. I assume he will take it in stride. I wouldn't be going through this if I didn't firmly believe that.
Hi.
Still got fleas on your face. You should let that grow out and see what it looks like. My neck jerks in reaction to the voice.
There you are.
I'm late?
I make a point of checking the time on my phone and nod.
Zos. Traffic?
Alright, you guys know how I feel about Zos. I'm not a fan. I really hate that word.
You drove here?
No.
Okay.
What did you want to discuss?
What do you think?
I have a request for you. And a confession.
This is such a bad idea. Kojiro's eyes widen and he looks me up and down.
Knew it.
I blink and look down at the ground. He's known for some time. I was fooling myself thinking that my stupid attempts to raise suspicion of my identity were working on him.
You're going to confess your love. Been waiting for this moment.
You have misread the situation, sir.
Wait. No, that's not...
Shh. No more words. I accept your heart.
He's joking.
Kojiro, I don't...
Call me Koji now. We're one. No need to be shy.
Ugh.
This isn't getting me anywhere. Thanks to my frustration and nervousness, I simply poured out my true confession.
I'm Corpse Girl.
Kojiro doesn't react. Well, he cocks his head a few degrees to my side, slowly and surely, if you even call that a reaction to my sudden outburst.
Yes? Okay. So, a kiss to commemorate our love?
You're creepy, dude.
Did you even hear what I just said?
Of course.
Saws.
I'm Corpse Girl. I'm the one behind the corpse photos and the deaths and...
Feels kind of strange to say these things out loud. For some reason, it leaves a sour and bitter taste in my mouth and I can't swallow.
Yes, I know. Knew it since our first noise chat.
Did you?
Our first noise chat?
Remember? You messaged me late at night. Asked me if I knew about Corpse Girl.
Is that what tipped you off? You assumed I was her just because I mentioned her?
No.
Then... how? How did you figure it out?
You asked me to look up names. Names of Corpse Girl's victims.
No duh.
Oh yeah. I did, huh? That was stupid of me.
Yeah, that was really stupid. I called it out when it was happening.
I suppose that gave it away.
Yep.
No.
What?
Other people could have known those names.
Bullshit. The exact names of the victims that Corpse Girl is responsible for?
Then... come on. Throw me a bone here. How'd you find out?
You said you requested Eiichi Hanada's death.
Eiichi Hanada, the guy who died in a traffic accident. I remember I lied to Kojiro about being the one to request his death. It was the only way I could escape his suspicions at the time. If I remember correctly, it threw him off my trail for a while. Apparently not. He believed I was the one who requested the death, so that explained how I knew he was one of Corpse Girl's victims. But what if Kojiro is telling me... But what if what Kojiro is telling me now is the truth? That my lie actually had the opposite effect? How did it make him figure out my identity?
I don't understand. I confessed to requesting Eiichi Hanada's death. So what?
That was a lie.
Yeah?
Even so, I still don't understand.
Dude, this guy's infuriating.
You're not making any sense.
Speak sense. Kojiro's shoulders drop. He stares at me intently, still not giving me an answer.
You lied about requesting Eiichi Hanada's death.
Yes?
That lie proved to me that you were Corpse Girl.
How?
Yes, but how? Tell me!
I'm gonna lose my mind.
I was the one who requested Eiichi Hanada's death.
Oh, spoilers. Oh, wow. Whoa. Dude, this music is epic. I'm gonna let it play for a second. Kojiro's deadpan contentance makes his claim believable beyond all doubt. I feel the blood drain from my face.
I submitted his photo to Corpse Girl's website.
Yep.
Imagine my surprise when you claimed that you did it. That lie made it clear. You knew his name. You knew he died.
Yep.
You knew he was Corpse Girl's victim.
Yep.
Ergo, you are Corpse Girl.
Ipso facto. Despite my dazed state, I can't fault his logic. I took credit for something that Kojiro did. Of course that would paint me as a liar in his eyes.
So, you've known this whole time.
Yes.
And yet, you still met up with me. And not just today, but at the cafe too.
Yes.
Aren't you scared of me?
No, that's not the way I'd put it. You should be scared of me. After all, I requested the death.
I am scared of you.
Had motive for murder, even if I didn't carry it out personally. Imagine what else I'm capable of.
I subconsciously take a step back from Kojiro's suddenly looming form.
From our discussions, I know you don't kill your victims. You just nudge them, urge them, tempt them with death as an escape from their fear. You're no murderer. What reason have I to fear you?
He's right. He's absolutely right. He knows everything about Corpse Girl's methods, my methods. Kojiro is a dangerous enemy. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have met him in the fucking library and kept talking to him over and over again. That's when it should have given me an option. I would have immediately picked, do not talk to this man ever again. Or a powerful ally. Obviously, this is where this is going. Like, because we know from the first victim, the girl we played as at the start, which I hope we go revisit those characters in that store again. I would like to see them die. But, we know that there was a corpse wheeled in the hallway of that woman's apartment. Though it could be a hallucination, but I don't think it is. Now that this is happening. It's up to me to decide whether he's with me or against me. I recall our conversation at the cafe. He claimed he would support Corpse Girl if she came to him for assistance. He's a fan. He would support her obediently, no questions asked, as long as the price was right. So all I have to do is make him an offer he can't refuse.
Join me. Help me. Help Corpse Girl rid this fucking world of the fetid filth that infests it.
I decided to quote a certain passage from a book that Kojiro himself gave me. A paragraph from Strange Flower that has stuck with me for some time. By the way, the song that plays at the start of this game that we listened to in part 2, it's called Strange Flower, and it's on Spotify.
There's a certain beauty in death, a macabre certainty, an absolute state of finality.
Nobel Sinclair.
You understand what I'm talking about. You work with cadavers for a living. The dead can't hurt you. They can't betray you. They can't disobey, or object, or disapprove. Wouldn't it be better if we were all beautiful like that?
Perhaps.
Go on.
I didn't expect Corpse Girl to be so vain. Is your motivation simply to impart your own ideas of beauty to the world?
Yeah, we all know that my character has really good ideas about beauty.
No,
There's more to it.
of course. Me, myself, Noriko, may be vain. But Corpse Girl isn't burdened by such petty notions. Her ambition is pure. Her ambition is crucial to the survival of the entire human race.
This I can't wait for.
Thought I had a big ego. You're so self-important. Both you and Corpse Girl.
Kiss me.
I don't expect you to understand. Not yet. But I've realized that I can't do everything alone. I need your help. I need cadavers.
I see. What's in it for me?
Whatever you want. This is a critical point of our negotiation. It'll all fall apart here if I don't offer something that Kojiro considers worth his risk. The question is, what does he want? What does he desire? You.
I propose an equal partnership. You'll reap half of the benefits from Corpse Girl's work.
This offer's a gamble, and I know in the back of my mind, however, is the only feasible solution I can come up with. I planned out this encounter late last night. This tactic relies completely on my assumed understanding of Kojiro's innermost desires. If I'm wrong about him, then this whole thing will blow up in my face.
Corpse Girl will create more death than you could ever imagine. Think of all the fresh corpses you could get your eager little hands on.
Kojiro shakes his head, his lips purse in a thin line of disapproval.
Sorry. Already got my fill of corpses.
He doesn't give a shit about that.
Morgue's full enough as it is.
I narrow my eyes and stand my ground. I can't back down now. I'm so close to unraveling him and his secrets.
You've always wanted to mimic Nobel Sinclair. I can see it in your face, in your very soul, whenever you praise his work. You want to emulate his actions and experience his escapades firsthand. You want to dress up corpses, take them out to dinner, perform all manner of bizarre social experiments with the dead.
Does he? That would explain a little bit about his behavior.
It's your passion. But living vicariously through Nobel Sinclair's books isn't enough for you anymore. And that's where your fascination with me, with Corpse Girl, stems from.
That or my breasts.
As soon as you figured me out, you knew I was your gateway to satisfying your lust for the macabre.
Or women.
You work with cadavers all day, every day. But you can't get them out of the morgue with eyes on you at all times. But I can.
How?
I have the perfect plan on how to withdraw all the corpses we could ever need. Half of them for you, and half of them for me.
This is kind of a weird plan because she would need corpses that look like her victims, specifically at his morgue. That just sounds really, really, really like a needle in a haystack situation.
An equal partnership.
I end my speech and I let Kojiro bask in my words. I hope I was convincing enough to sway him, and I pray, that I'm correct about his sickest desires. His reaction isn't exactly what I was expecting. He laughs, a big hearty guffaw that scares a few nearby birds and sends them flying to safety. Clapping his hands together slowly, he inches closer to me until I can feel his breath across my face.
Figured me out? I'll play along. Say there's a way to get corpses out of the morgue without getting busted. Don't you think I'd have found it by now?
Probably.
Perhaps you're not as clever as you think you are.
Perhaps. But you have the answer?
I do. I guarantee it will work.
A bead of sweat forms on the back of my neck. I'm not exactly bluffing, because I have planned this out. I have planned out this whole scenario in detail. But until I actually pull off such a maneuver, I can only speculate that it'll work. I need to exaggerate my confidence long enough for us to rally together.
Something about you makes you seem trustworthy.
Probably my absurd confidence, despite my absolutely not knowing what to do.
So be it. Consider us partners. For now.
You accept?
Sure. Don't make me regret it. But listen. What I do with my share of corpses is my business. No nosing about. Got it?
Seems fair.
You still want to keep secrets, even if we'll be working together? Shouldn't we be open and honest and build a trusting partnership?
No.
Here's the deal. You don't pry, and I'll assist you with Corpse Girl's work.
He has sex with them, right? That's what he's trying to, like, hide. He dresses them up, takes them home, and have sex with them.
I'll help you craft your elaborate photos. No charge. I get privacy, you get an assistant.
Yeah.
Mutually beneficial. Wouldn't you agree?
I think about his offer. It's true that I don't really need to know what he's doing with the corpses on offer. The whole thing is illegal already, so if he wants to take it further, that's not on me. And if I can get someone's assistance, it will surely help me churn out photos at a faster rate. I'll need muscle to move bodies, for starters. That alone is worth keeping my nose clean.
Okay, we have a deal.
Glad to hear it.
Kojiro extends a hand, and I grip it firmly as my frail bones allow. So, one thing I wanted to talk about in this game is there's obviously a lot of horrific, like, I keep coming back to the idea of this game as a horror game. And really there hasn't been any, like, horror scenes, traditionally horrific scenes. There hasn't been, like, any jump scares. That, you know, in part 1 I was expecting a jump scare the entire time. There hasn't been any jump scares. There hasn't really been any, I'm trying to think. There hasn't been any, like, gore. There hasn't been any, anything I would consider horror, besides the fact, what really scares me about this game and kind of freaks me out, makes me uncomfortable, is, her eating disorder. I don't know why, but, like, when she talks about the way she thinks about her body, like, you know, we're thinking, these are all her thoughts, like, this part right here. This is what she's thinking. And it kind of freaks me out that she thinks this way about her body. It's quite scary and sad, really. It makes me more sad than anything. Like that scene when she's looking in the mirror from last episode, and because she had that breakdown in the mall, and she's having a breakdown at home, and she's just talking about how she views herself as both beautiful and disgusting at the same time, physically. And that part, you could see me in the recording. I was just super uncomfortable, and I was like, damn, like, I started almost getting emotional. It was fucking me up a little bit. So this sentence here, as firmly as my frail bones will allow, like, she's very aware that she has a very big problem. But yeah, that's just what I want to talk about. That scares me more than anything else in this game. That really scares me. It just bothers me. It makes me uncomfortable. We shake once. This dead body shit and killing, I'm desensitized to that. I've played video games and watched R-rated movies since I was a kid. I don't really give a shit about people getting ripped apart or bodies and death and gore and all that. That doesn't really bother me, but this mental illness shit, it can get to you. We shake once, and Kojiro offers me a surprisingly warm smile. His intense, murderous demeanor suddenly vanishes, and he reverts back to his awkward alien self.
Saw us about the love confession stuff before.
God. The worst part of this guy is not the necrophilia, it's the goddamn words. Why does he keep saying saws and mad? You're not English. And I don't know what this saw shit is, but stop it.
Too late now, but I'd have helped Corpse Girl in return for a simple date.
He can fuck all the corpses he wants, I don't care, but this saw shit needs to stop. Seriously, did I come up with some elaborate insight into his psyche and his desires for absolutely no reason? Was all he wanted a chance to take me out? Yes, literally that's all he's wanted. Why do you think he approached you in the library? He had no idea you were a corpse girl.
No backing out now. We've got a deal, right?
The way this is worded, I'm thinking there's going to be a decision later on where we learn what he's doing with the bodies, probably having sex with them. And we have an opportunity to break it off. We'll see.
Right. Welcome to the team, Kojiro.
Team Corpse Girl, huh? Well, it's good to be on board. My more connection, Your schemes. We hoist piles of corpses out and split the stack 50-50. That the whole of it?
To put it simply, yeah. And I get your assistance with Corpse Girl's work. A reward for keeping my eyes shut.
Of course. Looking forward to that. A spoken contract's as good as anything to me. I'm satisfied. When do we start?
Soon. There's only one thing missing from my plan.
The plan.
That is?
The plan.
We need somewhere to store the bodies we retrieve.
Good point.
Somewhere big, with no one to meddle in our business. I'm thinking an old warehouse or something like that.
A warehouse, huh? What about an abandoned factory? I might know a place.
Yeah, but it's probably not a good idea to have a big open place that you can't lock up at the end of the day. Like, you need a place where it's cold so the bodies don't decompose, and a place nobody's gonna stumble upon. An abandoned factory, I mean, anybody can go in there, a homeless person, anybody. And then they can call the police or something, I don't know.
A factory?
An abandoned factory for all our corpse collection. I don't like the sound of that, because you need a big refrigeration unit for this shit. Unless you don't care about the smell. And dead bodies have an awful smell. It's pretty late by the time I get back home. I'm completely wiped out. That conversation with Kojiro took away more out of me than I would have guessed. My entire mouth feels parched and dry, probably due to a combination of nervousness and talking far too much. I feel that. After I'm done reading in this game and I, like, stop the recording, all I do is drink water and my throat fucking hurts. Still, I'm happy with the end result. That meeting was worth stepping out of my comfort zone. I'll wait for Kojiro to get back to me about the abandoned factory. Once we secure a location like that, our real work will begin. Corpses decompose very fucking quickly, unless he has them already dipped and embalmed or something. I figure that I should turn in for the night, since I need to be at the office in the morning. But the ever-present tug of curiosity pulls at my sleeve, and I feel myself being drawn to my laptop. I'll take a quick look for news requests, just a peek. Laptop open and logged in, I feel a surge of endorphins slug me across the face when I see a notification for one new request. Squealing like an overexcited schoolgirl, I open the message and view the details. Quest details. Today, 6:02 p.m. Victim's phone number. Downloading image attachment, and... what do you know? My favorite character. The photo loads almost instantly and fills the screen. A woman, middle-aged, with a stern expression. Well-groomed and dressed in a business. You really don't know who that is? Oh, come on, Noriko, come on. You literally just confronted her about sexually assaulting your friend. There you go. Kotomi Ida. I'm in complete disbelief. I'm not. She fucking sexually assaults people. It's no wonder people are putting her on a website to die. Seeing this request come through the site gives me a disorienting sense of deja vu. I rack my brain for the cause, wondering if I've lived this moment before. The answer hits me quickly, despite my mind's exhaustion. Kotomi Ida is the first co-worker of mine to have her death requested. Though I didn't know at the time, Akane Tsuzuramaki also worked in my building, and her death was requested not all that long ago. Kotomi Ida marks the second person to be wanted dead within my company, and she's an exec, just like Tsuzuramaki. I wonder if this is simply a coincidence. It surely has to be. After all, Tomeo confessed that she was the one to request Tsuramaki's death, as she seemed to regret doing so. Yeah, but if she learned that this bitch is, maybe Tomeo had a conversation with Shinya about what happened, and Tomeo knows that the website works, she would hate this woman more than anything, and she would do it again. Therefore, I have to doubt that she'd go on and upload. I don't doubt it. If somebody's sexually harassing your boyfriend or girlfriend, you would want that person dead. So who could want Kotomi Ida dead? Well, Shinya or Tomoyo is what I'd guess. She is the most likable person, but who really is? Yeah, but she fucking... come on. There's levels to this shit. There's being an asshole and then there's sexually harassing people. She deals with the juniors on my floor on a regular basis. The juniors like me, Tomeo, Shinya. Shinya? That's right. Thanks to Kotomi, Shinya's prospects at the company are dead in the dirt. And that's before even diving into the true issue, their current relationship. Would he request her death as retribution? He doesn't seem like the type, but... I'll let out a sigh. I'm far too tired to run through the myriad of possibilities tonight. I don't even think I could bring my weary fingers to navigate the database of the deceased to start a new quest. I'll talk about this tomorrow. No matter the reasons behind the request, Kotomi Ida will receive a corpse photo. That's my conviction as corpse girl after all. I close the lid of my laptop and throw myself down on the bed, begging for sleep to reclaim me quickly.
I need to talk to you.
What's with that look? Got something up your ass?
What?
Come on, just follow me.
I grabbed Tomeo's wrist and guided her away from the labyrinth of desks into the elevator waiting patiently for us. We emerged from the double doors and into the lobby. The place is quiet and nearly empty. It offers significantly more privacy than the crowded 14th floor.
God, your fingers are bony. You're pinching me.
I thought we were friends. Why are you doing this?
Sorry.
I let go of her wrist and she rubs it gingerly against her clothes.
Anyway, what's up?
I hesitate for a moment. Even though I ran through this scenario in my head during the train ride, I'm still anxious about playing it out now. But this situation involves Tomeo, either directly or indirectly, and my friend she needs to know. As my friend she needs to know.
I think Corpse Girl is going to target Kotomi Ida.
Good.
Eh?
Eh?
Did she get one of them photos?
Reaction is fairly indifferent. I thought after being involved in Tsuzumaki's death, this news would have more of an impact on her.
Well, no, I don't think so, but
How do you know then?
How do you know?
that's hard to explain. Just bear with me.
Not suspicious at all.
Kotomi and Shinya had a falling out. Because of her, his career here is at an end. I'm sure he told you about it.
Yep.
That makes sense. Shinya would confide in his girlfriend about his career, but I don't know the extent of Tomeo's inside knowledge. I doubt she knows about the true nature of their relationship, judging by how nonchalant her reaction has been so far.
So, if you can kind of guess what I'm getting at,
What?
I think maybe that Shinya requested her death.
Shinya? Nah, he don't have it in him. Besides, that bitch has it coming.
She does?
Yep. I'm surprised you found out about it, but I plugged her photo into Corpse Girl's website yesterday.
Okay, yeah, called it, but... I'm stunned. I can hardly formulate a response to Tomeo's confession.
Absolute skank. She deserves to die.
Yep.
But why? After you requested Akane Tsurumaki's death, why would you?
How is this hard for you?
Look, it's not about Shinya's career, alright?
It's about his dick.
I spoke with him. Real deep and meaningful like. He confided in me. But since we're friends, I suppose I can share it with you.
I suppose.
Kotomi Ida has been sexually assaulting him.
Seriously?
I feigned a surprised reaction. In reality, I'm just more taken aback by Shinya actually confessed to Tomeo. Yeah, well... Again... I called all this a minute ago, like... Yeah, it's not exactly surprising.
It's been going on for months, he says. And now she's fucked his career up, so he'll have no choice but to leave the company.
Yep.
He leaves, and she gets off free without anyone finding out about what she's been doing to him. I hate her. I hate her so fucking much.
Yep. I try to digest Tomeo's words. I didn't know that Shinya had been putting up with the abuse for such a long time. So Kotomi's motive for ending his career was purely out of self-interest. She was probably looking for a reason, any reason, to discard him. And that slight incident with Aoi I have such a problem with this girl's name. Aoi was just good enough for her to seize. If he quits the company, she won't get found out. It's a simple plan, but utterly devious.
We should tell someone what she's been doing. She can't get away with that.
She won't.
She ain't gonna get away with it. Corpse Girl's coming for her, remember?
I can't wait to hear the news about Kotomi winding up dead somewhere. I hope she gets her throat slit.
Say that louder in the place where you work.
Yeah.
But hey, how'd you find out about it?
I'm Corpse Girl. Just tell everybody. Tomato cocks her head and gives me a concerned look. I brace myself as I watch the gears slowly turning inside her head, waiting for her to point the finger at me. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to reveal this information about Tomato. No, I don't either. I should always just keep my mouth shut. Yes, and fulfilled. Yep. Damn it. Why does my curiosity always get the better of me? I'm going to cause my own demise at the rate I'm going. Yes, you are. Like, you just have to be more careful about the way you approach this shit.
Oh, I figured it out.
Did you?
Kotomi must have received a photo and told you about it, huh?
Okay.
Wow, that Corpse Girl sure works fast.
Tomato's gleeful expression suddenly caves in and she gasps.
Wait a minute. Why would she even show you something like that? When I think about it, there was that time you got a photo, but nothing happened to you.
Yeah.
Then, the only way you could have really known about Kotomi is...
It's kind of concerning me that we have so much dialogue with her. Because remember when I said that even though I made the wrong choice, nothing changed? I'm wondering now if Aoi would be calling us more. Or talking to us more. If I didn't make the wrong choice so long ago. Because even in the immediate aftermath, nothing changed. But I obviously didn't play through the whole game and see what changed. I only got to, like, the scene where she calls about not being able to come in for the first day of the job. And then we tell her about Shinya's taking the flak for it and stuff like that, so... It just makes me curious, because we could have told her to fuck off to Mayo, and we didn't. And I wonder if we'd be having these conversations with her if we did. I doubt it. But then again, I don't know. I flinch as Tomeo takes a purposeful step towards me.
You're a Corpse Girl, aren't you?
Really?
You have to be. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah. I avert my gaze and look at the floor in silence.
God. Are you for real?
Nope.
I can't believe it.
Not true.
You took your sweet time figuring it out.
Don't give me that bullshit. You can't expect me to figure out something like that if you're gonna try so hard to hide it.
I'm not trying hard to hide it. I'm practically telling everybody. In fact, if the security guard wants to know at the desk, I'll tell him too. I'll tell everybody. I don't give a shit.
Fuck, girl? You get your rocks off by killing people?
Yes, I had 85 orgasms in the bathroom at this very establishment.
No, not exactly. I don't kill people.
But I do have orgasms.
The hell you don't. Explain that bitch Tsurumaki.
She killed herself.
Yeah, she killed herself. That's the cover-up, right?
I'm serious. She killed herself. But Corpse Girl encouraged her to do it.
Tomeo blinks a few times, her face scrunching up and analyzing my blank expression.
You're telling the truth.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yep.
I can't believe this. You're really Corpse Girl?
Mm-hmm. There's no going back now. After hiding my true identity for nearly a year, I managed to reveal it to two people in less than 24 hours. Yep. Because I'm a fucking idiot. I just hope I haven't made a fatal mistake. You probably did, but I didn't make the choice.
It's true. I'm Corpse Girl.
You told the one person who would tell it to fucking everyone.
Wow, fuck me, right? All this time I've been thinking you're just some goth skank with weird hobbies. But you're actually pretty fucking cool. You're actually doing something with your life.
Okay.
Huh? I thought you'd be angry with me.
Angry? Why would I be angry? God, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. Friends with fucking Corpse Girl. And people said I'd never amount to nothing. it took me long enough to figure it out. I ain't the sharpest light bulb in the shed.
I can't argue with that.
Tomato laughs and puts her arm around my shoulder. I shrink away a little, but her good cheer is somewhat infectious. I feel a flood of relief wash through my body. It should be filled with despair, because you just told a person who can't keep her mouth shut.
So, like, I gotta know. How many people have you killed?
Let's keep talking in this very open area that's probably echoing.
I said I don't kill people, remember?
Yeah, you know what I mean. How many have offed themselves because of you?
Because of yeah.
It's an embarrassingly small number.
That's so? Oh, that's a shame.
Listen, you gotta fill me in on all the juicy deets later, Kay. For now, please focus on getting rid of that bitch Kotomi.
I'll do my best.
Thanks, Slut. Shinya and I will owe you one for sure.
Again, do people, like, talk like this in Japan? This is straight up, like, California girl talk. Thanks, slut. I owe you one for sure. Tomato swings around and looks around towards the elevator. She turns back and gives me a thumbs up gesture.
This convo never happened. Got it?
I got it. What about you?
That's my line. You can't tell anyone about me and Corpse Girl.
Please, who would I tell?
Everyone.
Well, the police, for starters?
Fuck 'em. I ain't a squealer. I'm on your side, Corpse Girl. Relax. Anyway, peace.
Hey, her face finally matches what she's saying. Tomato ducks away and leaves me standing alone. I really hope I made the right decision. I hope so too, because I didn't have any part in it. I suppose I don't have much of a choice. I feel that. But to keep moving forward, my first order of business should be to take care of that bitch, Kotomi Ida. If I can get her to kill herself, it'll prove that Tomeo that I'm not messing around, and it might cement our friendship even further. I'll just have to get through the rest of the workday, then I can return home and focus on crafting Kotomi's corpse photo. That's when the real fun will begin. I reach into the drawer and clutch a cheap plastic burner phone between my fingers. Crafting the photo of Kotomi Ida is done. All I need to do now is send it. I thought about waiting until tomorrow, but I already put off making the photo for a day, so I'll make my move tonight. During editing, I timestamped the photo with tomorrow's date, 10:46 a.m. Doesn't leave much time for Kotomi receives the photo tonight, but I'm confident the plan will be effective. Kotomi will look at the photo tonight. She'll either freak out and end it all immediately, or after a sleepless night of anxiety, she'll pull the trigger, figuratively speaking, instead of going to the office tomorrow in the morning. I could cross my fingers and hope that by divine intervention somebody else will take her life, but based on my recent failures, I don't think that's likely anymore. If anyone else was ever going to get involved in the deaths of the Corpse Girl's victims, I don't think they'd still be around. Why else would my last few attempts have failed? No, my best bet is to urge Kotomi to simply kill herself. I have a convincing enough corpse photo, might be enough to lure her to her death. When I turn on the burner phone, I'm happy to see the battery still charged. I load up the phone number masking app, enter my trademark digits, and then shoot the photo into the network. If Kotomi is a screen addict like the rest of society, she'll be freaking out in about 10 seconds. Since this victim is going to have a quick turnaround time, I'll take the burner back to the shed tonight and store it, and I'll ditch it on the way out of the office tomorrow. Not expecting a reply within such a narrow time frame, so there's no need to hold onto the photo for 24 hours like I normally do. Clutching the phone in one hand, I grab my keys from the kitchen bench with the other. I step towards the front door. Beep, beep, beep. The phone in my hand vibrates violently and I nearly drop it in terror.
What the?
I bring the screen swiftly to my face and read the alert. One new message. Without thinking, I unlock the phone and open the message. It's a reply from Kotomi Ida. Action music. You think this is funny? I know who you are. I'll report you to the police.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. She actually replied. For the first time since Corpse Girl started her grand work, I've actually received a reply for some victim. Even though I use a number mask, there's actually nothing stopping someone from directly replying to a message. A reply message would still get sent through the network and back to the burner form SIM card. The number mask is simply a stealth tactic, disabling the ability to view what phone number actually is. It doesn't prevent replies. I discard the burner phones anyway, but it's an extra layer of security, not to mention a bit of a calling card. Judging by Kotomi's response, I assume we have a fighter on our hands. She's not going to give in easily. Her threat about reporting me to the police is a bluff. I'm confident she couldn't possibly know my identity.
I've been waiting for this. I've waited so long for someone to reply.
I can finally put my contingency plan into practice. I've been holding out for this moment. I feel a wicked grin split my face in two, and I mash my fingers against the screen as I compose a venomous reply. You like that photo? That's you in about 12 hours, unless you follow my instructions. The message sent in an instant. I eagerly await the next reply. I'm not left waiting for long. Kotomi's response comes through within seconds. Her attitude has completely changed. Please, I'll do anything. What do you want?
I called your bluff, you piece of shit. Now you'll do what I tell you to.
I answer my instructions clearly and concisely. Pack 500,000 yen into a bag. Put it in coin locker 6644 at Shinjuku Station. Retrieve the item already inside. Put the locker key inside a full soda bottle and leave it on top of the locker. After I send the message, I decide to add one last bit. Do it now, make sure no one sees you. Then go to platform 12. Do not board a train. Await my instructions. Don't pass go. Satisfied with the addendum, I hit send. If Kotomi truly fears her well-being, she'll carry out the instructions. Her response arrives shortly. Okay, I'll do it. I'm going there now.
Yes.
I've done it. I convinced her. I'll collect the money once I'm sure she's no longer hanging around. 500,000 yen is nothing to sneeze at. It's not life-changing, but it'll cover my rent for a few good months. I choose this amount simply to test the waters. Asking for an insane amount would make it impossible for the victim to follow through. But I figure someone like Kotomi, an exec for a big company, would easily have access to that much dough. I'll go collect the money. And if everything goes well, Kotomi Ida will disappear like before sunrise. Do you want to do that before she dies or after? Why would you do it now? She's probably waiting for you. God damn it. She's probably waiting with the police. I can't believe we fucking went here. Though the hour is late, quite a few commuters are still navigating through Shinjuku Station's wide platforms and underground labyrinth. And they're all undercover cops, you fucking idiots. The train station beneath my feet is a sprawling metropolis that extends far below the city. It's packed with restaurants, shops, and other outlets. But as I'm standing at one of the countless train platforms above the ground, that world might as well be a completely different dimension. The only problem is I'll have to braid the maze as soon as I descend the platform stairs. I tend to get dizzy in such places. My normal morning routine doesn't require me to travel through my underground plaza. I'm able to exit the station within minutes of my train arriving on the platform. I can't believe we're doing this right now. She literally could be here with a bunch of cops, waiting for us to pick up the money. It'd be perfect. Still, I'm somewhat familiar with the layout of the underground. I know exactly where coin locker 6644 is located. The coin lockers in the train stations like these are a popular way for people to store luggage or personal belongings for a few hours at a time. In Shinjuku, it can often be difficult to find even a single available locker. But coin locker 6644 is special. I approach it from the main passageway of the underground and my eyes take a familiar sight. Locker 6644 sits in the middle row, nestled between countless other lockers. Across its door is a thick coat of graffiti, colorful curse words sprayed in a thick paint to adorn the locker. The graffiti is such an eyesore that it acts as a deterrent to anyone who wants to store their belongings. The icing on the cake is the condition of the coin-operated lock. The thing is busted and indented from physical abuse, like someone tried to pry it open with a crowbar on multiple occasions. However, I know from testing it firsthand that the lock still works, despite its battered appearance. No one in their right mind would use this locker, and that makes it perfect to perfect spot to host my pickup. Glancing at the locker, I notice a soda bottle at the top of it. A soda bottle full of a bubbly, opaque liquid. I quickly look around to make sure that Kotomi Ida is nowhere in sight. I walk past the locker and a complete lap around the immediate area, scanning thoroughly for her. But she isn't here. In fact, there are very few people in this little section of the station, probably because it's a setup for undercover cops that she called. Good, she followed my instructions perfectly. After leaving the key in the soda bottle, she left immediately. I approach the locker once more. I reach above it and retrieve the soda bottle, then crack it open and hear the fizzy hiss. I bring the lip of the bottle to eye level and peer inside, trying to identify the shape of a key within the swirling ocean of carbonation. There it is. I try to fish inside the narrow bottle opening with my fingers. Thin, though, as they are, I can't squeeze more than one finger inside the bottle at a time. If there's not cops here, I'll be fucking amazed. I could tip the bottle over and let the soda and the key spill onto the floor, but if someone sees me being a nuisance and cause a mess, it'll draw unwanted attention. I got no choice but to chug back some of the soda and try to catch the key in my mouth. As disgusting as this concept is, I need to steel myself. I raise the bottle to my lips, tilt my head back, and pour the foul liquid in my open mouth. The Shakarine tang of artificial flavor assaults my taste buds and I immediately want to vomit. But I'm committed to see this through. I can throw up later. The most important thing is getting the key. It isn't until the bottle is halfway emptying the cold metal key drops to my mouth. It clangs against my teeth and I nearly choke in surprise. Sputtering and spitting, I can feel droplets of soda running down my cheek. My cheeks are puffed up like a squirrel as I try to retain the key and the soda in my mouth. I fetch my fingers in my purse, tight lips, and recover the tiny key. I quickly swallow down the rest of the soda in my mouth, trying hard not to release a repugnant belch. I turn the key over in my hand and smile. The sticky teeth adhere to my sticky teeth adhere to my lips, and it takes me a few seconds to lick them clean. Tossing the soda bottle into the nearby trash can, I wipe the key clean on my skirt and quickly insert it into the coin locker. I twist the key, turn the latch, and swing the locker door open. Inside the dark vault is a single bag, a simple paper pouch like you'd get at a grocery store. I pull the paper bag out and take a look inside. Thick stacks of 10,000 yen bills fill the bag. I'm not foolish enough to stand here and count it out, but I'm confident the amount is at least pretty close to what I requested.
It worked. My plan worked.
Don't celebrate yet. There's probably fucking cops. I can hardly believe it. I can too. I can't wait for the cops to show up. I devised this contingency plan months ago. I've waited so long to try it out. All I needed was somebody to reply to their corpse photo, somebody to try to reject their fate. I wanted to prove that people would bow to fear and do anything to save their own skin, and it seems I was right.
Just one more thing to do.
I fold up the paper bag and clutch it tightly. With my free hand, I pull the burner phone out of my handbag. I compose a message to Kotomi Ida, who should be obediently waiting above ground on the train platform. When the next train arrives on your platform, stab the first person to disembark. You must kill them. If you escape, leave this prefecture and never return. It's done. When I first opened the coin locker and retrieved the paper bag, I immediately noticed the knife that I had placed inside months ago was missing. Kotomi followed every word of my instructions. My message had read, Pack 500,000 yen into a bag, put it in a coin locker 6644 at Shinjuku Station, retrieve the item already inside. I've given Kotomi an opportunity. She could trade another's life for her own. If she kills someone exiting the train, Corpse Girl will spare her life. How do you know that? It's a simple exchange, and one that I bet she's willing to make. If she gets away with murder, she flees from this place. I won't see her ever again, and neither will Shinyor Tomeo. To us, she'll be as good as dead. As for Corpse Girl, well, as long as the body is claimed in the exchange, she'll be satisfied. An innocent person. After a few minutes of waiting for a reply to the message, I figure she's not going to write back. She's probably getting ready to fulfill her task. Keen to witness how this unfolds, I take the nearest escalator towards the train platform. The scene is absolute chaos. I cannot believe. I know this is a video game. I know it's a story. I know it's fiction, obviously. I know I'm supposed to, like, suspend my disbelief here. How do you not call the police and tell them I'm being blackmailed? I have to put money in this thing, wait for the girl to come pick it up, we'll know who did it, and you can arrest her for blackmail. And threatening to murder me. I don't know. It wasn't difficult at all to navigate this area. All I had to do was follow the echoing screams. I spied the shadow form of a body laying on the platform in front of me. I can't make out any details, but a shallow pool of blood reflects the harsh lights shining from up high. To my surprise and delight, a second body is sprawled across the ground nearby. It's a young woman's corpse with one arm raised against the side of the vending machine. Adrenaline surges through me at the violent scene. Kotomi Ida, she managed to take out 2 people. She might be my new favorite person in the entire world. I hear panicked voices in the background. I turn my head slowly. What the? Two more bodies on the ground. 2 men in expensive-looking suits are collapsed in puddles of their own lifeblood. One of the men is still moving and groaning, pleading for someone to stem the tide of gore. A familiar, lustful tingling sensation begins to stir and rise through my belly, my thighs, my pelvis. I feel my toes clench and my breathing grows heavier. I figure this would get her off. This is a perfect escalation of what she always wanted. Why have 1 body when you can have fucking 5? There's one more surprise to be had here amidst this beautiful spectacle of carnage. A woman is slumped in the plastic chairs that lines the platform. Her head is tilted. Her suit jacket is stained with red. A thick knife with a black grip protrudes from the side of her neck. A bubbling river of vital fluid cascades around the glimmering blade and pools within her shirt collar. Even with her face masked by blood, it doesn't take me more than a few seconds to recognize her identity. Kotomi Ida. Dead. I swing around and take it in the entire view of the platform, counting up the bodies and path of slaughter, my mind piecing together a theoretical scenario. Kotomi waited as the train doors open, knife drawn, the knife she received from locker 6644. When the first person stepped out into the train, she stabbed him and left him for dead. The body that I first saw, lying on the edge of the platform, is perfectly aligned next to the train and to fit this theory. In panic, Kotomi would have attempted to flee. She bumped against her second victim, the young woman slumped against the vending machine, and cut her down desperately to make her escape. Judging by the wound on Kotomi's own body, I would assume the 2 businessmen lying face down tried to apprehend her. They must have sustained fatal wounds before finally managing to wrest the knife away and plunge it into Kotomi's neck. It's just all speculation, but I'm fairly confident this is how this whole event played out. It was probably over in less than 60 seconds. And it couldn't have worked out better. No, it really couldn't have. I mean, if you followed my advice, she'd be getting arrested right now and going to jail. Instead, 5 people are dead. I never dared to hope that Katomi would meet her end once this plan had been set into motion. I would have been satisfied with her simply skipping town. I feel my legs weakening under my weight, and I'm afraid I might buckle at any second. The waves of radiating heat spread through my body and are causing me to tremble and shake. There's so much blood, it's everywhere. I've seen it in countless photos, and I thought I'd become desensitized to it. Well, maybe I was wrong. Seeing blood in real life is completely different. I feel faint and pale and excited and aroused. I need to get out of here before the police arrive. More importantly, I need to get away before I collapse into a sweaty heap of lust and pleasure. I turn on my heel and sprint down towards the rising escalator as fast as my quivering legs will permit. Alright, despite the illogical bullshit, that was actually pretty cool. Another morning fooled by coffee. Once again, I didn't manage to get much sleep last night. I want to say it's my fault, not my fault, but I know that's not entirely true. The grisly visage of all those slain people on the train platform is buried in my mind's eye. Every time I started to drift off to sleep, a splash of blood or a fleck of gore would appear in my thoughts and I would snap awake again. And the sight of Katomi Ida with a knife sticking out of her neck made me shiver more than a few times. Alright, well, we're gonna save here. Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it here.